Hey everyone, down here and welcome back to Comic Studio. And I'm sorry I was very confusing because of my father. In the last video, we have just done in about 3 comic studios about Geometry Dash. And where today we're gonna be scrolling all the way down and reviewing for a little bit some more as well. So even it's actually going to be for one things as well, and let's just going to be started the most for something like even it was as well. So let's start all the way from the worst to best as well, that we're going to be starting in 25% to 100% for one thing as well, as we probably going to be doing in the next video very soon as possibly we know it. Let's start. Find the Geometry Dash difficulties comic studio, and let's get into it as really fast. So we're in from inside of this comic studio, and it's all about for some sort of multiple of difficulties as well. We showed up some spoilers, and with something contained in about for a dangerous emotions beyond its way, for extremely deadly as hell, and this face is the most extremely as hell, including this, or this, or this. And probably let's get all the way from the first time as well. And some sort of the planets for around here isn't going to be exist around here yet. And that means the advertisements is back, and because something is absolutely that I might going to get scammed for too much as well. So Find the Geometry Dash difficulties is owned by FTG and FTDF, and is owned by Solarbyte Studios on Roblox, thanks to the wiki fandom for the sprites, and the rules is do not swear. And because this is absolutely for one promising thing, as we're gonna be doing for as really possible that we just try to do it. So we're starting an amount of characters was the MIDI core as well. And multiple of those characters we're starting all the way from the top. And looks like the songs are just absolutely called effortless, Medicore, hard, and challenging. And the second row is effortless, Medicore, hard, challenging, and maniacal. Maniacal that we got over here from some sort of a most likely monstrous things. Maniacal is absolutely for one of those things that we got anything from to do this. And the more harder it gets, that instead of maniacal, it's going to be more like for the psychotic as well. That psychotic was absolutely going to be even for more extremely hard, for more than whatever that they never gonna be try to say. And the most secret thing is I don't really know about for some sort of thing, but I cannot believe that I got scammed a little bit. And the next one is going to be for only one thing as well. So that is all for some sort of a thing as well, that doesn't be able to be showing for some sort of faces as well. So I'm not very sure that I might gonna be scamming for a little bit as well. No planets whatsoever. Let's find all the way for around here. And the sprites have just gone, including one of those. Nope, except the images as well. Now probably we might able to be added for something as well. Even is actually going to be for some sort of a red screen of death. It's absolutely going to be going over here and to the next page that we got all over here from there on as well. So I'm not going to be added one of those things as well. And finally we got something as Roblox reference. Roblox reference isn't going to be for one thing of like those things as well. And because that is absolutely Roblox screenshots that we got anyways as well. So next up, let's move on to another one, and it's called GDAF Comic Studio. As we're jumping in for this thing as well, and I hopefully that could be an animated series as well. So things have just finally going to get scammed for very too much as well. Oh my gosh, we got scammed as we got anything as we don't want to try to do. So what should we gonna be possibly do? And I got scammed for very first time for some sort of like those things. And some sort of the ad pop-ups is back. And since 30 days ago that I just recording around of this clip as well. So we got for multiple of characters for around here for the animated series. If you started all the way up here, it's nothing. I'm not gonna be very sure. We got for some sort of for the rings that we got here. It's even for some sort of power of transforming stuff into one kind of another, including the teleporters and speeds ups as well. The socials that we have anything as well. And it's not going to be stands for like this. The wiki fandom isn't going to be sponsored like this, except for Reddit, Twitter, and Discord server for around here. And this is where I always been using for YouTube as well, instead of for some sort of relics as well. There are no effects for around available here, except for backgrounds that I might gonna be doing this out as well. So I might gonna be going for next thing as well. So and the final page could be actually this, and it's gonna be a yes. And finally, it's absolutely going to be for one thing as well. Let's just move on into one more comic studio before we're gonna be end of this video right away. And would you don't believe it, and around for about 30 days ago, that unfortunately the ad pop-ups are back, and it was a bad news around itself, but unfortunately I won't able to review for some other kinds of comic novels anymore, and this is absolutely the final thing. The worst things of those things that I'm never gonna be felt around here. So let's check it around for the GD Dash Smash Up Comic Studio, and we hopefully that we're gonna be going to get rid of this one really quick. If does appear this for something like those, alright. This is going to be for very disturbing. I mean, even around of those comic studios that we got here, and would you rather think that this comic studio is more disturbing that I'm not gonna be mentioned around here as well? So we got onto things I'm just gonna be going for slightly going to be even more ridiculous as well. So this is starting around with other kinds of to do. This is one. Others from Grandpa like those things as well. So I really don't think that the previous clip isn't going to be for such a way anything to do so as well. That we just eventually forgot this as well. And so this is absolutely from YouTube channel as well. The GDAF is owned by GDA Awesomeverse, that who drew these characters by himself or herself. I guess so. That was absolutely for one thing as well. So starting in the really happiest thing, that we just showing up some spoilers and this thing too as well. Did we just turn on the spoilers? I just already checked this out for this as well. And before we're gonna be end of this video, we got some extra variants that we have here. The oldest variants was actually for some sort of even so disturbing as hell. So we're starting around for the happiest things as well. And as we scroll all the way up here, this is absolutely for some sort of normal guy. including he was as well. A little bit as well. It gets mad and more ridiculously wild as hell and turn into something like an auto robot as well. Turn into demon as well. But unlikely as well, even for some sort of a demon. And reach all the way up as well as the final form. Where did the final form just came from? And getting things extremely disturbing as hell. And that will be the end of this video, of course. So, if you like to check it out, one of those comic studios from some sort of for all round for the difficulties as well, even especially for the animated series as well. I just absolutely censored this. So, 3 links are gonna be in description below, and I might gotta be checking this out for some sort of a one thing as well. And especially, this is something is absolutely disturbing for as well for the 100% of this thing, as I'm probably that we already saw this as well. So, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be signing off as well. For all your support, like those things as well. Even that you're gonna be checking out for the link in the description below, including the main website is gonna be recommended for anybody as well, or all ages, and for some sort of like those things as well. I'll be signing off, and I'll be talking to you mini lads and comic studio users all later.